And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host. Who am I?
Existential questions.
Let's be Kanye West, because he wasn't at the Met Gala that I was aware of. I wonder why he wasn't there. Isn't that usually his thing?
It is his thing, and he's not there for obvious reasons. I think he's gotten a better PR team that have kind of like finally got in his ear. Like, hey, chill out. You're really going kind of like buck wild. But if that's the case, then that's great. The Met Gala is a weird fucking place. I don't understand it anymore. It's always been weird. But I shall be Ponce de Leon. I don't know why, but I'm going to find that fountain of youth, and we're going to live in it forever, boys. Forever.
Yeah. I'm Thrillah from the 303, a.k.a. Joey from the National Meat Treasure Podcast.
And for those who don't know, Thrillah has hair. This is like the first time you've had your hair out on any episode of this podcast.
That's literally not true.
It's not true.
It's really not true. And you said this before too, and I was like, it's still not true. The thing is, though, usually what happens is my headphones will like push them back, so like you'll see them hanging in the back.
But I like it pushed forward a little. Oh wow,
me too.
Push them forward because I need thirsty content to make these clips. All right, we need your sex appeal.
We do need
That's
it.
the backbone of this podcast.
It's raw.
Is it?
Yeah,
Mr. 30K on TikTok for having his shirt out and telling the bitches that he loves them and that black women are queens.
The queens, not the bitches.
The bitches don't love me lately, man.
Women have been
getting on my nerves lately.
Listen. Hold on. Women getting on your nerves and not being on your side are two different things.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real, because I have had a lot of times where I really want to leave this earth, but that don't mean that the lady's still on my side. But it just happens. It just happens, bro. It just happens. And marriage will. We're counting down to 7 years of marriage. That's weird. I don't even know why I could get that. Of marriage, not knowing each other. Marriage.
Wow.
That sounds literally insane. I haven't done anything for 7 years except smoke Newports. I've been doing that for 20.
Yeah. That's your longest, most stable relationship.
Yo, I heard.
Are you smoking Newports again?
They're trying to ban menthol cigarettes. Did y'all hear that? They're trying to just get
100% ban. Can you imagine what happens to the black community? It gets torn asunder in one afternoon the minute that ban goes in.
And then gets healthy.
I feel like you got to be a super custy to like be smoking illegal Newports. Like, could you imagine?
There's gonna be people. There's gonna be people like going to the Lucy spot, still getting like this crusty old Newport that they get from like Bangladesh straight to them, and it's gonna be great. And people are gonna grow like extra hooves or some shit. It'll be like when Spice was around and everybody was like on it for 15 minutes and then got realized like, oh, this is turning us into something.
Fucking me up.
I wish I would have like got superpowers.
Could you imagine like somebody selling you a fake menthol? Like they just rub some mint on some regular tobacco.
You smoking fucking Marlboros and fucking Vicks.
Here's what you get. You get artisanal Newports. You get some dude rolling just like fine mint into your beautiful mentholated cigarette, and then you pay $15 for that one rolled cigarette.
That one cigarette.
And that's how we get to the future.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Whole Foods.
Yo,
they just have a cigarette roller in there.
Organic tobacco, organic paper, organic mint. We're on to something. Let's do it, boys.
A little bit of eucalyptus.
Ooh, eucalyptus. Put a koala on that package.
I feel like everyone had this one very unique experience where, and I feel like this is a really random thing that happened to me, but I feel like I talked to people and it's happened to multiple people.
Okay.
Where like a crackhead will ask you for a cigarette and you offer them a Marlboro and they say, I don't want them cowboy killers. Like, you are on crack, my friend. I don't.
I don't know if you should separate the two. I don't know if anybody gives a shit. I mean, you've literally just smoked like crack out of a broken light bulb. But yeah, sure. Don't take the cowboy killer, not not the actual.
Yeah, multiple people have said that exact thing to me, that they offered a cigarette to a homeless person or I don't want to say crackhead, but like you just stare on something and they refuse unless it's menthol. It's crazier too when they're white. Like imagine a white dude saying, "I want no cowboy killers." Like you are cowboy.
And you did kill them, because if we take a history lesson, I don't know, I don't have enough information behind this, but I read one time that cowboys really referenced black men that were handlers, and the cowboy was a derogatory way to reference themselves instead of I
too saw that TikTok.
We're in the same universe.
Yeah, I did learn at one point when I was younger that most cowboys were black. Despite fucking Hollywood, and then now that totally makes sense. Like, of course, if they were cowards, people, they called them killers. They called them cowboys. Yeah,
most. I think it was like most cowboys were black because of basically the South, like slavery. Mm-hmm. so like most niggas on horses were niggas on horses.
I really like how history is trying to rewrite that, like as if like there were no black people ever on horseback. Like, how do we rewrite that? Like, how did all of society do that?
I'm pretty sure, and this could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure like the whole like art of like taming horses was a Native American thing first.
It is. So
the least that the white cowboys were a minority.
Yeah,
that's like so wait. That would be the equivalent. So the white cowboy would basically be the equivalent of seeing like a white man in a do-rag today. But like 500 years from now, they'll say that white men wore do-rags.
Yes, to keep in their luscious waves. Man, callback to a previous episode.
Could you imagine if there was like a hip hop documentary that took place like 300 years from now, and they tried to say that like Logic started hip hop.
Eminem and Logic. Actually, Eminem handed hip hop to Logic, and that's how we got the new type of hip hop today in 2050. No, 2030, 50? 2350.
What did I say? 500 years? So like 2520.
We're stupid. 2520. Let's just say
my future corpse is just rolling in its grave. Like in the alternate universe where I'm in the ground, I'm rolling in my grave just at the thought of that. Wow, that
Yeah. Scott Storch was there. We're Cool Herc.
I would say some shit like that.
It's like the number one hip hop.
Hold up, Grandmaster Flash and Asher Roth on a split.
Chill out, bro. Chill out.
They're gonna rewrite it and say that like Adam 22 was the number one hip hop correspondent.
Yo, he started the Source and Double XL. Oh my god.
Is Benzino white?
Yes, he's half white.
Who?
He's half white.
Benzino. He's the guy who started Double XXL, I think.
No, the Source. The Source, not Double XL. The Source. He's also coyly raised dad.
Let's be real. There's always some shady Italian behind hip hop, like starting it all, right? I mean, it wasn't that like the Fever Club. It was owned by like some like kind of not wise guy that was around in the Bronx. You guys don't know about that? Fever 33?
I don't, but that doesn't sound like it's surprising.
So Fever 33 was the spot where like most like modern hip hop artists got their start. It's famously where like Wu-Tang had like their first show, and it like kind of got them noticed by every record is out there. And it's if you look at it, it's an old Italian dude, like literally like in the most like stereotypical like gear of like the early 90s, in a fucking tracksuit with his hair out and a little St. Anthony medallion right there, and greased hair, bro. And he's like, you know what you could be doing? Like, it's just kind of like crazy shit. It was actually just a disco club, and then it morphed into like being like the hub for everybody that was in hip hop. So yeah, there's always some kind of either shady Jewish guy or shady Italian guy behind some kind of music boom in hip hop.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, the white people do own all the labels, so
they do
all the things. Speaking
they
of
own
ownership,
all the things. They own all the labels.
All the
niggas
things.
who print the labels. The niggas who came up with the ideas of the labels.
Yeah, basically,
we're coming for you.
We're not.
We got to burn it down.
We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
I saw something that basically said that speaking of like white ownership, that essentially all companies like in, I don't know if it's in the world or in America, but like all of them are essentially owned by like two brokerages.
Two, yeah.
One's called BlackRock and the other one's Vanguard. Vanguard's pretty popular, but like the Larry King. What's the guy's name? Is it Lenny King? Larry? From BlackRock. Let me Google it. BlackRock CEO. But the CEO, he like essentially like the ruler of the free world.
They have like so many like controlling shares in most businesses, so it's like that's where it comes from.
Larry Fink.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. I mean, Vanguard is, obviously a financial tool company that like everyone uses for one way or another, either in the S&P market or like for somebody who's going to be managing their 401k, their retirement funds. So they literally do have to keep their hands in every pot to diversify the portfolios that they're supposed to be bringing you. So it makes sense, but it's also like, shit, all right. Damn, this is weird. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I mean, listen, what is it? When you look at these streaming services, just if you have Paramount and Peacock, like you've got like 85% of all of TV in those two apps. And that's a crazy thing to think about. Like I don't think I don't think a lot of us notice. Like if you get like HBO Max or something like that, and you see like everything that falls under the umbrella of the Time Warner umbrella, like this is deep. It's deep pockets. That means they're everywhere.
And we are at the very bottom of the totem pole, just trying to talk our way into some pennies so we could like stop working.
So I can own Time Warner and be alongside with my other reptilian friends.
That was a nice little ear biscuit for the audience.
I hope I called on my reptilian brethren to arms so we can finally take
activated
over.
Them. Activated the
sleeper cells.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
You know what's funny? I've heard you having sex, and that's a pretty close sound to it. So
yeah, I turned into like a bearded lizard right through, like right between the cum shot. Like and it's not a good view for her, but for me, it's all good.
I definitely heard some reviews about the noises I make during sex that were pretty stellar. I've heard I'm very expressive. I talk a lot. Which sounds like me. I'm a podcaster. A girl tried to impersonate one of my moans recently, and I was like, I'm not gonna stop doing it, but like your impersonation makes me want to stop.
Oh, hold on.
She was like, no, daddy, like it's so good. Like I love it. Like you make me feel so hot and wanted. But I was just like,
can we get a
I'm not. You want me to moan for you on this?
I think the audience wants you to moan.
They do.
If anybody in the audience wants to suck me off while I record the next podcast, we record every Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
Listen, you keep inviting. I'm sure somebody's going to offer really quickly. I think that should happen.
I feel bad because this is a ghetto desk setup. There's nowhere for you to even be. But if you want to, like, you're more than welcome.
I
to
like
get a behind the scenes look at the National Meat Treasures National Meat.
Somebody give me the old rusty trombone. You get one of those chairs that got like no those director chairs with none of the fabric, so your ass can just sit.
Oh my God!
You know just get the old and it just I am curious what that will sound like.
Is a rusty trombone when they jerk you off while they eat your ass, or when they suck your dick while you're taking a shit?
No, that's a
Blumpkin.
That's a Blumpkin.
I've had both. Blumpkin.
Oh my God.
It happens.
That's nasty.
God, why?
That's nasty.
The Blumpkin was. Can I talk about this? This feels like Patreon content. I don't know if I can talk about the Blumpkin on here, but you definitely know the person who gave it to me. I'll say. Okay. So it's that's Patreon content when we decide to start that.
What?
But yeah. By the way, folks, I don't know if you've noticed, we've dropped it down to one episode a week. We're gonna give you longer episodes, and eventually we will start a Patreon where I do start telling these gross sex stories because I am racking them up. Even though I probably am going celibate for the summer, I've got tales to tell, my friends.
Celibate for the summer?
Why are you lying?
I don't know. Like I said, they've been getting on my nerves lately, and it's like it's people I'm not even fucking, and it's like, why am I doing this in the pursuit of sex? Like, why am I letting these women be mad at me and say things to me that like insult me, or like I had this one John where I had said something to her, and I thought we were like both joking, right? And then she was like, I didn't like that thing you said, which is fine. But then she like listed like 6 other things that I said that like she didn't agree, like she like kind of felt a way about. But the thing is, it's
marriage?
Like marriage. Well, the thing is, it's like I'm the kind of person where like I'm very open to how people want to be talked to. But like, if you let me go on and talk to you a certain way or joke with you a certain way, and you you're fine, you're cool, we're exchanging jokes together or whatever, and then you say months later that like I actually didn't fuck with this, that, and the third. Now you're a stranger to me because I don't know who the fuck you are because you've been lying about what you deem acceptable. And this is not anybody I've like met in real life. This is just like somebody I was talking to on the internet. But we've been talking on the internet for like a while, and like it's just like there's like there's no consequences to talking to me on the internet and saying, hey, don't say this, that, and the third to me, or like you made me feel this, that, and third way. Because like you don't have to like, bro, you can not hit me up for 6 weeks. I'm not even gonna fucking remember. Like I'm managing a TikTok. I'm making clips. I have a new fucking job. Congratulations to me, by the way. But the training is insane. I like you can not talk to me. It's fine. But like, don't rack up a case against me when I'm trying to like talk to you to like.
That's what it is.
I'm thinking we're having like a mutual enjoyment out of this. You know what I mean? So like. And this is summer in Detroit. These women are mean out here. They fight. So I might have to just pack it up till winter when they get a little more docile. They want to bay up. They want to boo up. But the winter, the summer, they're out here in their bike shorts and they're knuckled up. All right.
Wow. I like this review of Detroit women because this falls a lot in line with my thought because I was watching, again, RoboCop. And if that's what Detroit is, even like a 10th of it, I'm excited. I feel like we should all just like record outside and just review fights and brawls.
One thing I want to know about Detroit women is like, did they look like this before BBLs? Because like they're like, it is disgusting how many beautiful women are out here, like crazy bodies. And I'm like, I need to know the BBL percentage because there's no way y'all this caked up out here in Michigan. You never heard about Michigan being caked up before, bro. Like the club I work at, bro, like I'm telling, bro, I've been working at this club. I want to say on average, I'm pretty much on call for the weekends, but I want to say on average, at least every Saturday since October, maybe since November, like maybe on average every Saturday since October, I have not seen a single flat ass. Not one. Not a single one.
That's a good average. Listen, man.
And they're getting fatter as the weather gets warmer. Like they were just okay before. Now they're getting bigger. So I wanted to know, like 2015, were the women this thick in Michigan? If you have any local listeners, let me know.
2022. Why are you looking at gift horse in the mouth? Like, let it go, bro. Let them BBLs be rocking wherever they gotta be. Because if we talk 2010. At least 40% of them don't exist. So let sleeping dogs lie, as I say.
Yeah, it's funny because like I went to Atlanta in 2017, and like the women in Atlanta were like so thick, and my whole thing was like, of course they're thick. Like black women are already naturally thicker, right? But then you have on top of that biscuits and gravy on every fucking corner. So it's like obviously they're eating a lot fattier foods. They're getting fatter asses. But like, there is no like Michigan cuisine that would donate to these thighs and asses.
What about that pizza?
I got to know. Jet's Pizza might fill you up. Little Caesars is getting these bitches thick.
I think so, bro. That crazy bread, yo, it be donating to a lot of different places in the body. I'm with that. Listen, As a man who loves thickums, it needs to be. We need to have biscuits and gravy, not on every corner of Atlanta, but in every shop and every home. A pot of biscuits and gravy for everyone.
Have you ever made biscuits and gravy?
Hell yeah, that's one of my specialties.
That sounds like the most fat nigga endeavor. Like going to buy flour to make gravy with sausage in it. Like that sounds like you want to die.
I always have flour. That's the thing. You remember
I keep it on me.
We always get that. I really do, and I cook a lot. So I like it. But with Joni, just with the amount of like stuff we make. But no, seriously, it is one of the most fat like ass shits you can like make because like literally you just cooking down sausage, then adding cream and adding fucking making biscuits by hand, like because you can't just go like half-ass. In my opinion, you can't just like I'm just gonna make the gravy. You can't
get Pillsbury.
No, you can't fuck up like that because that's a red flag. Biscuits ain't that hard in the first place. Then you put that, and then you decide, what, biscuits and gravy isn't enough because it really isn't always enough. You're gonna put some bacon nearby, or maybe some fresh fruit, and then you going overboard. I love that. I love biscuits and gravy.
Listen, I'm a fat nigga myself at heart, at least, and I could never make biscuits and gravy because there's like, because the thing about biscuits and gravy is, right, whenever I go even remotely, even if I'm in Virginia, I'm looking for the biscuits and gravy, right? Like I know it's here, I know it's going to be amazing, and every single time I have it, I feel like I don't regret it, but I feel like shit afterwards. So to physically make it, I'd be like, damn, I'm really pouring this flour into this pan so I could pour this on more bread later. Like I would be sweaty, just nervous. Mm-hmm. And when you cook for yourself, you don't just cook for yourself. You don't just make one plate. I'm having biscuits and gravy for 3 days if I make it.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. That's one of my favorite meals. So it always happens like on my birthday. I always get biscuits and gravy. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Like that it's an indulgent meal. You got to go after it. I love that stuff. I will
say this: the best gravy I ever had. It's gonna surprise you, and it's not super far from you, Christian. It's in Philly. What the fuck is the place called? It's like Sunrise Diner or Sunset Diner. Let me find it. It's like a diner in Philly that's like a nightclub at night. And it's got like this shrimp gravy. Oh my God. It's pink. That shit is it's decadent, bro. It's like one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth.
They serve food at like during the club hours too?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna do that.
Because that's a cash cow.
Bro, you want to hear a cash cow? So when I lived in San Diego, where I was in San Diego was literally like you could spit and hit the border. It was like 15 minutes away from Tijuana. So you get to Tijuana, right? And there's like a strip of clubs, like crazy ass clubs, because most of the clubs are meant for like American kids and like the Navy and the Marines. So they're really just there to kind of welcome it's a little more American friendly, more people speak English. And so I'm at this club called Coco Bungo in Tijuana, and I'm by myself, right? This is 2008. So it's a while ago. And I am so drunk because it is a $15 open bar. After I'm getting tossed inside and they're filming for Girls Gone Wild, right? I step out and there's a little lady with her little cart and she sells hamburguesas, hamburgers, and tacos. And she's just this little lady right in the middle, like right after you leave the dance floor. Like that lady was doing gangbusters, bro. Genius. I remember eating that burger after just like, that feeling when you just like your body needs something in it. After you've been drinking, you're fucked up, but you're not going to vomit or anything. It's just finally craving. And it hit me. I was just like in that moment with that burger. I could anybody could have popped up right in front of me. Angela White could be right in front of me. I wouldn't care because that burger was hitting. That burger was hitting. I love that place.
It's called like Silk City Diner. And it's a bar and lounge at night, but in the daytime, nice. I've never been there at night, but I've driven past it at night, and it's got a really nice lighting. It's like pink, but like it looks like an old school diner from the outside, and it's nice. Like fucking, it's good stuff. You got to try that shit. What good food have you guys eaten lately?
I've been doing a lot of cooking at home.
Wait, just Joey's face. He was just like, "Nigga, I don't eat."
I just do beats.
I've barely eaten this week.
What?
Because
You look like Grazer.
I'm recovering from the flu, so it's mostly just been
no,
soup.
I didn't. That's awful.
And shit like that. Yeah, I'm fucked up, but I'm a lot better now. So yeah, so cheap Trader Joe's ramen.
You seem like a grazer. You seem like a almonds and dates kind of guy.
Yeah,
I'm a garbage disposal. Honestly,
really.
Yeah, you put it in front of me.
It's going down.
I'll handle it for you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm that nigga. You got some garbage? I'ma handle it.
I've been working on my pizza skills, so I've been doing stretching doughs and doing a little mixture between a Detroit pizza, because you being there kind of has inspired me to kind of go into that nice pan fried pizza, which is delicious, but also like a good old New York style thin, really just that nice light, crispy, so that's been my bag lately. I nerd out into that, and ice cream. I did a dulce de leche ice cream. Bro, you know how satisfying it is, like realizing, and this might be something stupid, right? But like I know exactly what's going in there into the ice cream, and it's like 3-4 ingredients, and like if I went to go buy Haagen-Dazs, like there's like 45 in there, so I'm like, I feel good about that. Like I don't feel as terrible. Like I'm like, oh, I can enjoy this and I can give it to everyone. But it's been fun. Like it's been something that like my brain is just having fun with, like the kind of combinations I can add. Like the other day I did a one with red grapes, mangoes, and honey, and that shit was fucking awesome. See?
Ladies, if he wanted to, he would. Christian is the poster boy for if he wanted to, he would. This nigga this nigga Susie homemaker, breadwinner, fucking cake maker.
I want to.
Loving father. And this is what happens when you date niggas under 5'9", because you gotta give it to the short kings.
Fantastic.
That was. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't even see that coming. That's what hurt. That's what hurt me, because I didn't normally I could see where you're going, but that one caught me off guard. Yeah, you're right. You know what, ladies? It's time you open your heart. Nah, I don't buy into any of that shit. You know that whole sad fucking puppy shit that like short guys pull, like tall women won't. Nobody likes me because I'm short. If I said how much you weigh, you'd be upset. Like, okay, you fucking nerd. Like, like nobody asked all that. Nobody wants to date you because you're bow-legged and you smell funny. You complain about everything, and you can't even reach like the top of your shelf. So fuck you. That's why she doesn't like you. Go get a stool, you piece of shit.
I think the funniest quote about height I ever heard was shout out to Eddie Overgold on TikTok. We follow each other from the Waving the Red Flag podcast. But he said, he's like, yeah, I'm like 5'8", but I didn't know until like 2020 that I was short. like it never felt like a handicap until people started saying. But it was like, I think for the most part, like it's mostly dudes jacking that. Like dudes who are short and also terrible are jacking, oh, it's because I'm short. Like, no, I don't know any short virgins.
Like, no, it's because you're terrible. It's because you're terrible. It's always because you're terrible. Listen, when in doubt, it's because you're terrible. It isn't because of some kind of like arbitrary like thing that you can't change. Like, listen, there's lots of women out there and they will see past all kinds of things. I was 300 pounds and people still found me attractive and still were like calling me daddy. So pause.
And I saw these women. They were
spare me.
This man,
spare me.
In terms of women, this man 100% outclassed me the early 2000s. Just
early 2000s, I had it.
Couldn't stop this man from taking down all of West Africa, basically.
I was in Nigeria, Ghana. I was like going through my life. Like, listen, I've never understood that shit. Like, being like, I think I'll jump on that bandwagon. I didn't know that I was really that short. Like compared, but you know what was the reality check? Being in the hardcore scene in New Jersey and like seeing all these mammoth men, like I'm like just like, what the fuck? Like who the fuck fed you? You guys had space. That's what it was, right? Like you guys didn't have to like, you know, cramp into a motherfucking apartment. You had to be sprawled out fucking 6'4", 6'3". Like fuck off. Like, you know what? I'm confident, bitches.
Dude, I hate that when like you can know like a white person's bloodline just been getting treated right. You know what I mean? Like you ever just see that though? Like
they didn't get like government cheese. They didn't get government fucking milk. They didn't get WIC. They had regular like from the teat. That's why they're large.
Bro, the funniest shit was I remember as a kid, I went to this white boy's house. He was like 6'4" in like no, this wasn't high school. This was a little bit after high school. This dude was like 6'4", and then I saw his fridge, and I was like, "Oh, okay, your parents feed you." Because his parents wasn't even that tall. Like, how you taller than your dad? I'm like, oh, because your dad was like a fucking coal miner, and then he like got promoted to foreman, and now he's feeding your ass. But I hate when it's a bloodline thing. Like you can just see like generations and generations of just like white ease. Like they got fed for generations. They had money.
No food insecurity there. No. They had those French door fucking refrigerators, you know, those double door that they open up with the chest freezer on the bottom. Yeah. That's balling. I don't know about you boys. Like that was always like my marker of like if a family made it. Like when I go to their house and they got some bomb ass fridge like that, and then they go, "Oh, why don't you check the fridge downstairs?" And you got a downstairs fridge? You got 2 fridges?
My favorite, it was shout out to my boy Saeed from high school. He's like 6'1", but he's not white. He's Pakistani and Guatemalan, but his mom and dad are both from Pakistan and Guatemala, and they are very small people. But him and all his sisters are like 5'10" because those parents they made I said this on the pod before, but like his parents made a vow that their children would never go hungry because they're both from like third world countries, and he had 2 fridges, 2 big ass freezers, and a massive pantry. And him, his brother, and all his sisters are tall as shit. But his parents are like 5'8" tops. His dad's like 5'8" and his mom's like 5'3", but his sister's 5'10".
That's gonna be great. I hope that happens more. You know what? We need more tall minorities. We need to add them up. You know, because I'm tired of seeing these tall ass white men around me making me feel insecure and shit. You know, because I'm gonna punch one of them in the fucking kneecap and make it hurt really badly.
You're definitely in like the land of tall men, because like you're in the land too where it's like you're in the outskirts of basically fucking nowhere, Pennsylvania, and it's like you're in an area where people don't even have to be rich. Like you can be poor as fuck and live where you live, but still like get a bunch of activity because you have acres of land and your rent is like $1,300 a month.
And that is absolutely true. You know, I don't know. I just most people I'm 5'8", so like it's kind of hard to like go beyond that. Like I don't know, a lot of people aren't there.
Well, you know what? Keep making this homemade ice cream, you're gonna have Jackson being 6'3".
He's really crazy tall already. Like he's definitely almost double like since you've seen him in December. He's like lankier and getting longer and just like tall and stronger. The fuckers, he's so strong. He got mad at me because I told him not to do something anymore, and he full on turned himself into a torpedo and just rammed my stomach. I was like, like got took it out. Like my spine was hurt for like a few days. I was like, what this fucking kid? I was like, now like so like yeah, you know, there's this thing about like, at least I know with a lot of fathers and their sons, there's this competition. This open competition that boys will have with their father, and they'll step into that zone every few months and see what they can push with and see if they can get over on you. And he tried, but I tossed his ass. He'll learn.
Could you imagine, like, you just wake up in the middle of the night and he's just like sitting on your chest, dragging a switchblade across it?
Father, you look so peaceful as you sleep. Like, fuck. Like, yeah, no, I'm good. You just got to scare them every now and then. You got to do something like really terrifying, like, you know, like snap wood around them, or like, you know, take down a tree, or, you know, shake the house. You know what worked for me? Apparently, I have my punching bag down here, and I kind of went. I put on some Beneath the Massacre, and anyone who does know that, there's something that like ape shit happens in your brain when you hear that. And I'm just going like crazy on my punching bag, and I hear through my headphones, "Dad!" And I'm like, what the fuck happened? and they're telling me that I'm shaking the whole kitchen as I punch, like rhythmic, like in my rhythm. And I was like, yeah, be afraid, son. Learn your lesson now.
I just have a daughter. By the way, she turns 11 tomorrow. So
no!
I guess
Happy birthday, baby!
Yeah, she's just sassy. Like she wasn't following me on TikTok, but I was following her, and I had posted a TikTok saying that like she had a thing where she would go on my TikTok and like whenever girls were saying thirsty shit about me, she would like comment back and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" but now she follows me. So she's seen the videos of me warning women, like if somebody says some rude shit to you, it's my kid. So now she's seen those videos and is commenting to those people in that private video. And I'm just like, oh God, I'll be posting about doing drugs on there.
Baby. Yeah. You know what? Every time daddy goes to the pharmacy or every time he comes up from the stairs after a nice session, I'm sure I smell really funny to my son. So we'll probably get there to that talk very quickly because it's unavoidable. Like it kind of reminds me of that Simpsons episode when Homer starts smoking weed. Did you guys ever watch this one? Okay, no. So he starts smoking weed, and the kids come in, and they go, "It smells like the art department in here." That's the kind of impression I want my children to have. Like shit. Like yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, listen, I'm such a geek. I remember my mom had rolling papers like sitting around, but I like didn't know what they were until I was like almost an adult at this point. I was like, oh. But that made me mad because I was like, damn, my mom was a bitch and she was getting high. Like, she should have got higher.
Like, she was doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yo, you know what tomorrow is, boys?
What's that?
For the sake of the algorithm, May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
You know, as a giant Star Wars nerd, and I'm gonna share something touching with you guys. I'll say how like fandom kind of connects you with things. So I grew up really into Star Wars, especially like at the age that it came out with the prequels. I was like ripe for that, like perfect time, perfect age, everything lined up. The stars were perfect. Like I got to enjoy it to the max. My mom was a big fan, but as you gentlemen know, she passed away. So like there's this thing that I don't know if this happens to other people, but it happened to me, where because the time has kind of lapsed for so long, you don't know if your brain is kind of filling in the blanks with like things that kind of make you happy. And I was talking with my aunt like not too long ago, and we were talking. I was talking about how excited I was about, you know, I think at the time it was like Book of Boba Fett was finishing up, and she had like this big like giant grin and just laughing and like started like to vibe with me about the stuff, and you know I didn't expect it, and then she's like, your mom was so into this stuff, and she and it was this kind of nice thing where you go like, holy shit, like you know, there's something that like I can kind of connect with and that I didn't almost think was actually happening. Like you want to believe that it's like this oh, this is what my parent like, especially for me, like, you know, like the just wanting to connect with that. And then like having that happen, I was like, fuck, like I was right. Because I would have like, I have the crispest memories, like those early, like 4 or 5 year old memories when you're like looking at the TV, watching WB11 and watching A New Hope come on and seeing like the entire original movie right there and like nobody giving shit about it and just having the best time. So for you ladies and gentlemen who enjoy Star Wars, I hope you have a good day. Enjoy some good stuff. Connect with the people you like and you love, and I don't know, do whatever you got to do, because it's a good time to be a nerd. Like it's not not what it was. We don't have to be in the shadows anymore. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. Literally everywhere.
Imagine you like playing back alley games of Dungeons and Dragons,
just skulking in the background as you are drawing your 45th picture of Gogeta Super Saiyan 12.
Gotta do your fan fiction, son. Gotta do your fan art.
Hell you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I wonder what percentage of fan art is sexual.
I
would say 30. I don't think it's 90. I say
30.
Of all fan art that exists, 30 is pretty strong.
I want to say
it's way more.
Say half. I feel half. I feel half. It's gotta be. I think it's half.
Let me just look up I don't know. Let's see. Sonic fan art. Let's just see how long it takes me to get to a sexual result.
Don't do it.
He said don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not long. I promise you. All of a sudden, you're gonna see Amy getting her black blown out by Knuckles and fucking Sonic and Tails eating her ass out. You don't want that. I don't know. I hope I inspired that.
Nothing overtly sexual so far, but there is the second picture is Sonic that's kind of humanoid and really jacked. Maybe that's just me thinking it's sexual rather than it being sexual.
It's always sexual, bro. It's always sexual.
Oh wait, no. Fifth one. There is it's Sonic, and it shows Sonic evolving into a hot chick. So it didn't take that long.
It's not long. The Sonic fan base is not a good one. It is a very disappointing one. I don't understand it. And the deeper I get into death battles, the deeper I get more confused by the Sonic fandom. It's just there's so much out there. Why is there so much out there about Sonic?
Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna drop that link. It's not aggressively sexual, but it's a little too sexual to be Sonic.
I don't get this. I don't understand this. Why is there a red shirt that materializes? Why is Sonic a female? And Sonic's got big tits.
I'll drop this in the chat. This is a fucking sexual one if I ever seen one without it being
Sonic.
And that was 5 results in. So, I mean, the rest of these aren't that sexual, but the fact that was so popular in the algorithm.
Oh, my God. He sniffs the golden rings. I don't know what that's about, boys, but... I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. What is wrong with my life? I hope that if you're listening out there and you have come on this terrible... Oh, my God. I just looked up Sonic sex and...
Wow.
Wow, boys.
I was about to do the same thing, and I was
in a different place. We have officially arrived in the future. Holy shit. I'm seeing Sonic is throwing that bussy back like I've never seen. Holy shit.
That hedge hussy.
Sonic the hedge hussy. Boys, this is wow.
This is graphic.
Oh my God, Tails is looking back at it, and I'm not.
Look back at it,
yo, bro. Looking back.
Oh my God,
looking back at it, and look. Do you see the one with oh wow, Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow? You know what it is? It's like they also drew the feet, bro. They drew the feet, and that's overtly sexual. I don't need to see none of that. They got no gloves, nothing. They are just raw chili dogging it, if you will.
You know what's the worst thing about sexual fan art is that it takes a couple of days to finish these, and they never think this is a bad idea. I should stop this.
The alley of sex. I need to.
Just 3 Sonics.
You've gotten into a dark place on the
internet. A very dark place. I'm going to share it with you as well because this is. Oh,
you now know that there's going to be Sonic sex ads on your porn sites from you searching this.
There's worse things that have been suggested, especially after Joey went on. You and Joey went on a tirade about horse cock and shit. I'm sure that didn't. Whoa!
I didn't go on a tirade. This is a long URL. Jesus.
Let me show you a better one.
Yeah, I don't know if that went the right way. I can't. It won't let me click.
I got it, boys. I got it. Boom! Look at that. The alley of sex. This is depravity at its deepest.
I'm very glad it won't open. It's saying I don't know, directing. Moltporn.net. What are you on?
I am just on the Google results, so that's why I'm able to look at all this stuff.
Okay. I clicked the link. It's wow.
It's Amy with a bunch of markings on her butt, which I'm assuming is the amount of people that have visited her.
Oh my god!
And her vagina being it. I don't know what else to say, boys, without us fully getting removed from every platform out there.
All of our sponsorships.
All of them at once. But why is he throwing it back for Tails and vice versa? Like, bro, what is
Tails is like technically in canon? Tails is like 12. So,
oh my god!
Again, they never just go, "I should stop this" during the making of any of this art. They just keep going.
Oh my god! It's getting worse. It is like as you go deeper in the results.
Why are you still doing this to yourself,
bro? You know what? I don't know because it's like a sick thing.
It turned me on a little bit, but I got off of it.
It's not even. You know what? Shout out to our boy Wang. He had done a video about you remember the chick from Sonic Adventures, the one that's like kind of like sexy for no reason. You know what I'm talking about? Like Sonic.
So the one you think is kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying?
We all think it's kind of sexy. You know what I'm talking about. And
there's no overtly. I need to clarify. There's no overtly sexual Sonic characters. You made it up in your mind. There's there's Lola Bunny who's like overtly sexual, but like there's nobody of that in the Sonic universe.
Stop lying to me, bro. Stop lying. Like just literally, he made an entire like episode that millions of people connected on it because apparently somebody made like a life-size suit with bones inside of it. So he could articulate it and make it his girlfriend. Yeah. So Sonic fandom really gets strange, and I don't know why. I don't know
what is like the Sonic to horny Sonic pipeline? Like, how do you get from like, oh man, this is a cool Sega game to I want to fuck that blue shit? Like, how do we get there?
Gotta come fast.
Gotta come fast.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. Nah, man. It is a weird thing to be. Listen, like you said, you got like characters like Lola Bunny, which were like, why did y'all do that to me? But because you don't want to be like attracted to cartoons out of nowhere, but then like it just wakes you up at like 12, and you're like, why am I?
I mean, I'm gonna give it to Lola Bunny because
animated cartoon.
Lola Bunny was definitely light skinned, so I'm gonna give it to her. Like that was definitely a black woman.
Yeah, she was black.
Definitely. I remember I saw when I was younger looking up some kind of fucking porn.
Just like a rabbit.
I saw Marge Simpson in some porn one time, and I've never looked at her the same.
Yo, it does kind of change it for you, right?
Oh no, if she was real,
yeah.
If you were like to fuck like one cartoon
Mr.
character could become real, like I'd be like,
can I give a hot take?
Don't say
Marge Simpson was a tool of white supremacy. All right, because let me tell you this. There was something that always bugged me about Marge.
She's a white
and that
woman.
was the fact that like Marge has a fro, right? That's a fucking fro, right? Yep. But whenever Marge was like hot and heavy and at her most sexual, her hair would straighten. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Matt Groening? Why can't she be sexy with a fro? You trying to say that white women and their fucking stringy ass hair is better than black women? I think that's what that was. I think that's what that narrative was the narrative being pushed by Marge Simpson.
Marge? She doesn't perm her hair.
I'm saying like any scene in the show where she was like getting sexual, her hair would always be like at its straightest.
It's not every season. It's only when she was young. When she was a young woman, it was straight and down to her. But you know what? Women go through that shit too, bro. Listen, women go through their phases. Let them do what they may do with their hair.
All I'm saying is if Marge pulled out the knotless box braids, the knotless braids, we might have something, but I don't know what they were trying to do with that. What were we trying to do with that, Matt? What were we trying to do with that, Matt Groening?
Okay,
how the fuck you say his shit?
To be fair, just as a man growing up in America, it's something you see happen. I'm gonna just give him the benefit of the doubt with art imitating life.
I'm gonna look up Marge with braids. See if that comes up.
That looks fun. That sounds fun. Yeah.
Box braids. I feel like she's done box braids.
Simpson.
I felt like they did a Bo Derek like joke, and she had a braids. Listen, I love Simpsons too, so that's probably real in my head. Box braids, right? Like beads.
No, I have yet to see her with braids.
There are no Marge Simpson with box braids. Somebody make that fan art, all right? Instead of Sonic humping somebody. Do we have any artists in the audience?
Yes.
Okay, but no, I did find something that you, Christian, will at least definitely find amusing. This is the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life. I just
got large box braids instead of Marge box braids. Damn. Yeah.
I'm going to send this link to the chat. I need you to check this out right now. I need you to click on that. Tell me what you think.
Where'd you send it to our chat? Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, I did pass that also.
I have not picked it up yet. I'm just opening it. Oh, well, getting to the chat. Damn, this Facebook is so stupid.
Wait, not that chat. It's in this chat.
Oh, it is in this chat? Oh.
It is in this chat.
Uh-oh. March.
Hi, Your Honor.
Wait. What the fuck am I watching?
But it is a white man who has tattooed cornrows on his head.
Wow, that shit kind of looks fire. Let's not lie. They look like chains. Like they look like he looks like Hellraiser. Like this is
about to be my lock screen.
Yo, do you see the other one where it's the one braid along the side? That looks strong. It looks really strong. I like people when they pull this shit off, bro. When you pull off some crazy ass hairstyle and you try to make it work, you know what? You're making it work. I'm not like that pineapple haircut, bro. Let him live. Like, yo, this is wild. What have we done?
Speaking of haircuts, who the fuck cuts Elon Musk's hair, bro? Have you seen his like weird little like villain do? He looks like the nigga from Fifth Element.
Okay.
Probably a robot.
I didn't know we were gonna get here, but I felt like we were. Fuck him. This is a pro hate Elon Musk podcast. I cannot stand the man. Have never been able to stand the man. I think he's fucking stupid. I think everything about him is stupid. I think he's just an edgelord with a Twitter account. Like, we get it. You fucking rich piece of shit who literally like 8 months before buying Twitter was like, show me how money would solve world hunger. And I do it. 44 billion on Twitter. Yeah. Suck my cock. Like literally you are a garbage human being.
I believe it was 6 billion that would have solved world hunger.
Yep. And he was given the plan because he said, show me the plan. And he was given the plan. And then he just kind of
wrong format, bitch. Like convert this to a PDF next time, ho. Like that's what he said. Like
deals off.
Oh, you use Google Drive, pussy. Google Drive, like right, just laughing you off. Like you okay, you know what, bro? Fuck you. I hate the shit. I cannot whatever, man. It does. Fuck it. I'm done with that.
What would you do if you bought Twitter?
Probably. Nah, I wouldn't do that. That'd be terrible. I was thinking
I think I would delete every account that wasn't porn. That's all I use Twitter for is porn. So, so I would delete every non-porn Twitter account and really give sex workers a space to thrive.
OnlyFans?
But OnlyFans is a paid platform. I want them to thrive for free, and I want them to be encouraged to do so on my platform.
Okay. Pornhub.
But Pornhub steals. I hear bad things about Pornhub that I've never confirmed because I'm too busy beating off. But
right. It's I really want to look into this and be an activist for you.
Although I'll say I probably use Twitter for jerking off more than Pornhub at this point. A lot of amateur stuff on Twitter.
A lot of evil stuff there. I believe it. I don't know what I would do if I bought Twitter because I don't think that entered my mind ever. That's not a goal of me as a human being. And I think that's part of the issue with billionaires and people at his wealth level, who don't see have such a great disconnect with normal people that don't have access to that kind of wealth, and they just go out and do shit like that. So he is like literally adding to the general discourse of humankind, like and what we use Twitter for, right? And privatized it.
I feel like he's gonna kill Twitter. I feel like he's gonna kill it, which is gonna suck. This is gonna go the way of Tumblr.
See, I don't think it will do that because a lot of media kind of relies on Twitter. The fast update of information is like perfect for like breaking news and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
What changes is if he's like literally controlling the rules on how things are advertised and marketed, right? Because that's ultimately what the tool ends up becoming, regardless of what anybody wants to do with. Like Facebook is the same thing. It is an advertising tool. It is people misconstrue it and think that it's a social app, but it's absolutely just an app to sell you more shit. It's just an like and them figuring out their algorithm saying that, if I plug in this demographic, it'll equal this amount of dollars. Like, fuck that. I think he's gonna kill it in some way. In that way, like he's definitely gonna like mess with the revenue model, like, and try to turn it on its head. But he sucks at running companies. So yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. But I mean, because I feel like Twitter's not profitable from what I understand. It's not like a profitable business. So I feel like he thinks he could like, get his get back on it. And I don't think he understands how people work at all. I think he's like a lizard person.
He is.
Although he did almost have a threesome with Azalea Banks. So
Iggy Azalea.
No, Azalea Banks.
No fucking way.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this? So well, this was a story told by Azalea Banks that basically Amy Grimes invited her over and they were trying to fuck her. And Elon has not denied this story at all.
Would you deny that story?
I would deny it if I didn't fuck Azalea Banks.
I would vehemently deny it.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
I mean, I'm definitely trying to have a threesome with Azalea Banks for sure.
I don't like Azalea Banks, and I forget why. One of the beefs that she had back in the day offended me personally for something, and
that's a long list, bro. There's a lot of beef shit.
Yeah, and I'm not going back to look for it. I'm just like, I remember you saying some shit about someone that I didn't think was right, and I left it at that.
I felt like I forgave her after she flamed up. What's this bitch's name? The Black John, who hates being black. The woman, the politician,
Candace Owens.
Yeah, she flamed Candace Owens on fucking Instagram with like crazy bars. I gotta find that shit.
That's like low hanging fruit to me. That's like hating Trump. It's like if you not flaming him up, I'm looking at you crazy because that's public enemy number one. That's easy. She gotta come a little harder for that for me. But
that's true. But it was bars though, like because I mean, Azalea Banks is a rapper at the end of the day. Yeah, she did have that wordplay.
Yeah.
She called her some derivative. She called her like a house slave, like in 6 different derivatives. I mean, I would give Azalea Banks some good dick off the strength of that.
That's fair. That's admirable. I believe.
I feel like you don't agree. Are you not giving Azalea Banks cock?
See, the thing is, because I don't fuck with her, I don't like look at her in that way. I don't even remember this bitch looks like that much.
I gotta get my laptop charger. Ooh, give me a second. Sorry for that dead air, folks.
I think it's clipped for me.
You're not with it?
Wow.
I don't think so.
We're trying to determine if Joey would fuck Azalea Banks if she's his type.
No,
I 100% don't really know what she looks like either. Like
she's not.
She's just like an avant-garde personality. No, yeah, I would give her some dick and a half. Yeah, she's bad. As soon as I clicked Google, I was like, yep.
But see, on Google, like there's some pictures where where she's all done up, and I'm like, oh word. And then I'm seeing someone where she's not, and then I'm like,
personality kind of outweigh all of that.
That's what I was saying, but we got past that part.
Can you really get past that part?
Yeah, Azalea Banks is hot as fuck. But can you? I mean,
okay, you're right.
Yeah, we've given some good dick to bad people in our days.
Oh my god! Azalea Banks subpoenaed by Elon Musk. Hold on, let's.
I guess he did deny
it. Hold on, look at you with fake news. 400 subpoenaed Elon Musk $420 funding secured class action lawsuit. What? Concerning Elon Musk tweets about taking Tesla private at $420 per share.
See, she was leaking fucking insider info because they were trying to smash her. And she wasn't with it. She tried to get a come up instead of getting, getting her ass ate by Elon. You think Elon eats ass?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
In the name of South Africa, he does. Like, as he eats Azalea Banks' ass. You don't think he eats ass, Joey?
I don't think so.
He does. Why wouldn't he? I mean, if you're gonna fuck somebody named Grimes, you better eat ass.
I don't think he has sex.
The
nigga seems like a robot / reptilian. I think he's really just a cyborg reptilian robot who thinks he has a sense of humor and thinks he's funny.
Oh, he's not funny. He's like the least funniest person in the world. Like that's one of the hardest part.
Did you ever get through that interview with him on Joe Rogan? It took I couldn't do it. I think I got 15. He takes 45 seconds before saying anything, and I had a roommate that used to do the same shit, and I was like, "You definitely have Asperger's, my friend." Yeah. Also, how much energy. Isn't there like when you have that much money, you don't really control it all. So how many channels did this have to go through for him to actually buy? You don't have $44 billion in cash sitting around in his wallet. Yeah. You have to consult your league of your building's worth of financial advisors to do that. Yeah. So were all of them on board and this is a great business move?
I don't think it's Elon Musk obviously is some kind of really smart person in some capacity, and I don't think it's I'm just some random rich nigga and I gotta go ask 30 niggas a fight. He's the CEO of a company. He knows how things move, and he can say blah 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 this and that. But also I know rich people, they don't buy shit liquid in cash anyway. It's equity with this and some of that, and they move some money from here to there and blah 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 and this and that. He doesn't own Twitter
it from yet. Dogecoin.
That's the thing. When you have to make those moves, you don't just sit in an app and do that. You got to talk to people, and there's a chain of people telling you this is a bad idea, or maybe they're telling you it's a good idea. Maybe we're stupid, we're broke.
He's the CEO. He doesn't, he's the executive, especially when it comes to his own finances. But a lot of his wealth is in stock, so he might have just been yo, let me burn off some quick little I'm gonna tell my accountant or my accountant's accountant. Maybe he just did the whole shit through Bitcoin. Well,
imagine he does own a lot in Bitcoin at the end of the day, and that's damn. You ever think about that? I mean, I'm sure we all have those moments, right? Because Bitcoin has been in some part of the lexicon, and I think everyone has something where oh, I could have had a little Bitcoin at that point. If you just grabbed a little chunk, a little chunk.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, dude, I still think about that GameStop shit. I saw GameStop at $4, and I thought about taking out $10,000 to buy some GameStop shit, and then I just didn't do it. I would have had, I think it was $400,000. I would have had a completely different reality right now. I probably wouldn't be doing this podcast. I'd be on a beach getting my dick sucked, or probably dead from an overdose of Molly.
right.
Yeah,
I would blow that money really quickly.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't get it because I was very depressed at that point, and I don't think I would have. Yeah, I could have burned through 400,000 pretty easily depressed. So,
all right. The game of what ifs. $1 billion right in front of you today.
Okay.
What do you buy in the first 24 hours?
What? That's light, baby. A fucking pinky ring.
I mean, after everything's figured out, you don't gotta worry about this bullshit. You don't gotta worry about this bullshit. We're talking about the things that you want to get done immediately. What is it?
I want to buy the bullet. I want to buy the bullet that I'm gonna find a famous evil white person that was assassinated, and the bullet that killed them, I want to buy that shit and put it on a chain. Bust that shit down.
Oh my god, that would be actually really cool. I appreciate that one.
And that was your correspondence with Saint Niggerish over here. I would. You already know my answer. I'm immediately going on a drug and sex tour. Like, I'm literally like getting in my DMs and going, "Wow, you've been consistently nice to me for a year. Do you want to not have a job today and go to Bora Bora and do some acid?" Elena, I would. You would know it first. You would know it first, Elena.
Elena, you would know.
I'll shout her out. She listens to this podcast. I'll shout her out. She supported this podcast from day one. We've had some drugs and some sex and some good times. She's getting her bills paid the second I have the power to.
Peace up, 8 down.
Yo, I love that. That's what I want to hear. I'm taking my baby out. Like I'm letting her do whatever she got to do. I'm gonna buy the finest of the finest, stickiest of the ickiest out there, and then I'm gonna go to like one of those Brazilian like steakhouses or like a Peter Luger or something like that, and just eating my body weight in steak and dying probably from a coronary at that moment.
You get $1 billion and then die off $500 worth of steak immediately. That's fine. I'm gonna die off like $30 worth of acid. So
that's where we decide how much our life is worth. You know, I'm with it, man. That's exactly. I think I would just stuff my face filled with steak and get way too stoned. And
you know what's crazy though? I would have to wait 7 years. I would have to wait like almost a decade to tell my baby moms because I wouldn't tell her. I would just have to like deny because she would get like 40% of $1 billion. But my baby, I'd be very taken care of. I would, I would definitely like text my baby moms at random times, be like, "Do you need anything today? I'm just feeling good. You know, job's doing well. You know, I just feel like I should give back." And then my daughter turns 18. I like literally like come to her 18th birthday party in a plane.
Listen, if I show up at a helicopter at my son's like 18th birthday party, yo, that's a way to like really like set it off, right? Like, I think if there's any way to set a message, it should be somebody like hanging off of like the rope, you know, what is it, the ladder on a helicopter, and saying that message. I think that's the best way to drive a point home. I've had $1 billion this entire time.
Actually, knowing me, it'd be like I had $1 billion this entire time, but my last 4,000 were on this helicopter. I'm sorry, baby, you're not going to college. You're not going to college.
You know what? Don't.
Dad, why do you look my age? I've injected myself with hundreds of millions of dollars in stem cells.
It didn't work that well. I've got to make an arm. Look, baby. And it's like, you got like the guy from what's that stupid Total Recall? Like you've got that like extra little person
growing out of my stomach.
Yeah, I would like that actually. Yeah, if I'm gonna grow a vestige, it better be another human. That's just my opinion.
What if you don't like the day when I would always say that I wanted to fuck Oprah so she could buy me a bionic heart?
I do. Just like my story about how I wanted to have a sex tape with Raven Simone, so I could drop.
That did not age well.
No, it didn't. Because that at the time, That's So Raven was on TV. Yes, I did want to sleep with Raven Simone. Today, let's not. We're good.
I think my big TV crush was probably Kyla Pratt from 101. And she still looks like that. I saw her yesterday on that Black Lady sketch show on fucking HBO. She looks exactly the same still. And she's...
How do you say... What was it again?
Kyla Pratt. Kyla. I'm pretty sure she's maybe like a year younger than me. And like she was like my crush because she was like when 101 was on TV, we were both teenagers and she was just a very hot teenager.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yo, she really does still look like that.
She looks exactly the same. Like she's not aged a second, bro.
I'm not even I'm not even really with it.
I had such a crush on her too. Her and was it Megan Good?
Yes.
And Cousin Skeeter. Oh God,
dude, bro. Megan Good and Cousin Skeeter was very cute, but she has grown into a fucking woman, bro. I feel like everybody knows where they were at when that 21 Questions video dropped.
Oh yeah,
Megan's titties pushed up to her fucking eyebrows. Oh my God. She was always adorable in Cousin Skeeter. Like, she was like the cute girl next door. But that 21 Questions video, I was pregnant, bro. I had to abort that baby.
I think we all had to, bro. Listen, that's what I'm saying is that, like, when I saw Cousin Skeeter and she was there, and I was just like, oh, what is happening to my heart? Like, why am I in love? Like, you felt like I thought I was in love with her. And I grew up and I was still in love with her because, golly, bro, every damn thing. The only thing, her and Stacey Dash were like, I mean, you know, R.I.P. to Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash, still hot, but actually, is she still hot? I haven't seen her in like a few years.
She's very attractive. She's extremely
still
attractive.
bad. Just
you know who's still pretty hot, but was like kind of lame. Topanga.
What? Wait, she's lame?
She's just there's nothing cool about her. Like, she's just like a regular person married to like a regular white dude. Like, there's nothing exciting or exotic. She's still hot.
Oh God, Topanga. Oh wow. We're talking about like we're talking about 90s crushes, bro. That love for Topanga was strong. But Megan Good had my heart, bro. I would have went to war for her. I literally, like, Helen of Troy kind of shit. Like, you know, we're destroying cities, we're racking cities, we're burning places down. If she would have said we had to do that, we would have done it. She should have ran for president right after Cousin Skeeter, if we're being real.
She didn't know she could have had it.
She didn't know, right? She did not know.
She didn't know yet.
Yeah, Cousin Skeeter could have been vice president, and that would have been the season finale to the United States of America, and I would have loved it. I think that would have been the way we should have went out, like on a nuclear war right after Cousin Skeeter. Like, Cousin Skeeter says some crazy shit to like Putin, and we all died. Like, damn, this is the best episode ever. Like,
could you imagine a puppet was the reason for the end of the world?
Yes, I can. Because it is. Because it really is. Dun, dun, dun. Shadow government. Dun, dun, dun. Manchurian candidate. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, wow. I am really high. I'm starting to make the connections. When I start making connections to all that kind of stuff, I know I got to stop smoking.
Wait, I'm trying to look up an old crush. I want to see if she's still hot. I know maybe you would have vibe with this as a Hispanic person. She's still pretty cute. Yeah, she's pretty cute. She's a nice. She's aged like she looks like her age, but hot. Very underrated one. Maybe you won't remember her. Taina.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
yeah. No, I can't wait to see my name in lights. No one's gonna stop me. You'll see, I will go far.
Yo, if this becomes nothing else besides a Taina like appreciation podcast, then I'm fine. Because, yo, super underrated. And yes, she was another one. Like, just latched onto your heart somehow. And you just couldn't get rid of her.
That show was underrated. She was like a really lovable main character. Oh, yeah. It was a really wholesome show. It wasn't, like, from what I remember, at least. I don't know if you could watch that anywhere anymore, but like, yeah, she's still her Instagram is kind of lame. It's definitely like a 40-year-old woman's Instagram, but like, she's still very beautiful. Like, she is very age appropriate, sexy, and she got ass.
Wow, you know what? This is what we need. Be careful what you wish for. Just 1 year, and she made an impact that deep on us. It's got to tell you about star power right there, if you ask me.
I'll tell you who's the ultimate, though. The ultimate in unaging, immaculate, insane, ethereal beauty from my youth. All right. I had a crush on this girl so bad I cried once. Like, I was like, I'm never gonna get close to her. I just cried as a kid in high school. Maya, oh my God, she looks better now, dude.
She does.
You know the singer Maya?
Yeah, dude. It is.
Look her up right now, bro. She is like a walking. She's vegetarian and shit, or vegan, whatever. Like she be juicing. Yeah. Like she is really glowing. She's really like constantly oiled up. Like she just gleams, bro. Her teeth are brighter than anything I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, she looks like you know what it is? She looks like Sade if like Sade was like drew a picture of herself. Like she's like if she had to like tell kind of like describe somebody what she looked like, that's what she would pick. And that's a compliment, bro, because Sade do be thinking she's sexier, and she is sexy already. Oh man,
dude, it's so funny. There's a picture of Maya like singing in the booth on her Instagram, and I'm just like, bitch, do you even drop music? Like, are you just singing in the booth because your teeth look super white here?
Yes, yeah, she does.
So I was actually reading this pretty lengthy Twitter thread about her specifically. And no, she does not release music anymore. She stopped releasing music, in the early 2000s. Her career didn't go the way she felt it was going. So she went back to her hometown of DC and then started like a program, for inner city youth, like teaching them the arts and things like that. Did some real wholesome, good shit for the people of the District of Columbia. And she's still beautiful.
Thank you, Maya.
And she can still fucking sing.
She dropped the album in 2020, so I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but didn't everyone drop a crappy... Like, everyone who didn't drop music dropped crappy music in 2020?
2016, 2011... boys, I think y'all got your information.
Did you think when this podcast started you would end up on Maya's Spotify?
No, definitely not. This is a 2021 single, okay, boy. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable even saying this on the air. She has a single called "Jiggy Mommy." From 2021. I don't think she understood what year it was to be dropping a name like that for no reason. I don't know where you guys got your information, but I'm gonna tell you this: your sources are wrong.
Oh, but see, this is I think one of the things that I'm seeing here. Like, there's the 2011. There's like a 5-year gap from 2011 to 2016.
All right,
which was probably
she gotta be a machine for you. Excuse you.
That's how she stays young. She removes herself from the music industry for 5 years at a time. I think that's probably a good way for artists to do it.
Yeah,
a 4-year break between her third and fourth releases. Also, being the late 90s, early 2000s, sometimes niggas would take years before it drops. So she had an album that came in 98, and then 2000, and then 03, and then 07, and then 08, then 11, and 16, and then 18.
Well, this has become...
I'll tell you what, though? I don't know why, maybe just because I'm it's not the times for me anymore, I guess, but a lot of these R&B artists I grew up with, I can't get with their new shit, bro. I really be trying sometimes. Every now and again, I'll pop on a Monica album. That first album Monica got is bangers all the way through. But then I'll pop on some random 2016 shit that I missed, and I'm like, damn, this is terrible. And obviously it's not just me, because ain't nobody talking about, Angie Stone, Monica, Brandy... none of the bangers. They all still make music and nobody ever talks about it. So I don't know what is it. The music, it aged. It's the music they first put out. It just is timeless, and then everything else they put out is it might be good for that 5 minutes in time that it's out, and then never again. It's like T-Pain, all of it. You know what I mean? How T-Pain shit sounds really good, in the time it was made. It's Kanye's. So it's Kanye's fucking Shutter Shades.
Yeah. Oh wow. It's Shutter Shades.
I feel like music being the shit is dated. A lot of music is dated.
That's the point, right?
And you can't really and you can't move forward with that. It can't be 15 years later still sounding like it's 97. Shit's gonna.
But the thing is, how do you capture time? Because, for example, I was listening to Angie.
Time's a flat circle. That's how you capture it.
What's that song? Angie. It's Angie Stone's "I Wish I Didn't Miss You," and I was listening to that the other day, and the song is it came out in the 90s, early 2000s, but the song is like kind of reminiscent of like the 70s, like do 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 do, like the bass line's like do 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 do, like it's like got that like 70s kind of like funk kind of rhythm to it. But like I listened to it in 2020 on the way to work the other day 7 times straight. I was like, this hits way more now that I'm an adult. Like when I was a kid, my mom fucking with that shit, and I was like, oh, this is a fun little song. But now that I'm an adult, I was like, ooh, she got a bar in there about how like the dude, like her dude, like won't stop smoking weed and like get off the fucking couch. But like the song's like, yo, you were a fucking bum, and I hate that I miss you.
That's a strong emotion.
Men and women have all been there. I don't give a fuck. That shit hit me in a deep place on the way to fucking my logistics job at fucking my sales job at 8 a.m.
Let's leave the people with that thought, right? Because I think realizing I don't know where I'm at all.
And now he's just high and smelling the mic.
Yeah, basically.
Actually, I just had I was checking that fucking song out actually, and it gave me an idea about something, and I don't fucking remember.
You gotta hear the song. You're gonna hear the song. It's got that 70s.
I'm listening to it right now. I'm listening to it right now. There was something about it. Just something. Fuck. The thought is gone.
I know. It's that time, bro.
Been gone.
My brain is like I'm tired at this point.
It's just like I haven't even thought about that song in years. It just like got randomly caught in my head. But this is a weekday episode. I'm probably gonna wake up at like 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym. I'm going to the gym in like 3 weeks.
Really?
That's actually an interpolation of a little bit.
Well, I haven't been 9 to 5 in forever, so I'm trying to decide if I want to go to the gym before work, which would have me wake up at 4:30 in the morning, or after work, which would have me get like. Not this, like the gym's the most crowded and I'm the most tired because my job is like really mentally exhausting. So I'm probably gonna try and wake up at I'm probably gonna wake up tomorrow and just go for a jog and not actually the gym and just like see how I fare and then like get back into my routine.
Yeah, I feel you on the mentally exhausting. It has been the National Meat Treasure. We want you to remember that we are dropping episodes every Thursdays. And
no, we're not.
No?
Oh yeah, we are. I thought you were gonna say Thursday and Tuesday.
No, sir. See, God damn it.
The thing is, I'm not
Joseph,
high.
You're not? High. I saw you take a hit, bro.
And I don't feel shit.
Damn, I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sick. I'm on different meds and shit like that.
We are dropping episodes every Thursdays too. And since we dropped down to one episode, like we've been our beautiful Sasha has been musing, that he has been putting out beautiful content as of late. Please check out those shorts, check those clips out, share them. Really comment on them. We love the engagement. TikTok launched off with that one, which is nice. I love the interaction. It is actually some funny fucking shit because I want to see this reality. I want to see Harry and Norman Osborn on screen. Are we going with white men or just high yellow?
Let's go with white men. I want to see Benedict Cumberbatch with some waves.
Yes. Willem Dafoe. Shit. Oh. It's a perfect time.
Hold on. Yeah, I have to go, but yeah. Also, yeah. So little issue we've been having. So you can't put a link in the description of. You can't put a link in the TikTok bio until you have 1,000 followers. We have gained about 100 more followers this week because of that two of those clips getting blown up. But please share our TikTok so we can get us to 1,000 followers, so we can have the link to this in our bio, and people don't have to jump to my TikTok and so on and so forth and do the Googling and whatnot.
Please do that.
Yeah. And
yes, also follow me on TikTok at sting.cruel.lips and follow me on Instagram at sting.cruel.lips and follow the TikTok at National Meat Treasure and at NMT Pod on Facebook and follow the YouTube, obviously. And also, I have started uploading all our old clips as reels on the Facebook, so share and like those as well.
Yeah, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Saint Thrillah and check out 303 Bam's music on all streaming platforms.
Bam. It's been the National Meat Treasure, boys. Peace.